Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of the day you're watching this broadcast. This is Dr. Drtangumonkem with iemapproach, where we inspire, equip, and motivate people to discover God's great potential in them, develop that potential, and deploy the potential. Remember the 3 Ds. The first step is discovering the potential that is already in you. I didn't say the potential is going to come from somewhere. You already have what it's going to take for you to fulfill your purpose and your destiny. You are not here as a result of an accident. There is an assignment for you. Because you have that assignment, the tools and the resources that you need to accomplish that assignment came with you already. You already have it. Stop looking on the outside and start looking in the inside. When you discover the potential that you have, which is tied to your purpose, which is tied to your assignment, you will have to put in the time, the effort, and the energy that is required to develop that potential. You are going to be distracted. People are going to doubt you. Some will tell you it's not possible. But I'm here to tell you that you have what it takes not only to be successful, but to fulfill the purpose for which you were created and born for. You are in the right place. You are in the right skin. You are here for a time such as this. And I want to encourage you today to rise up and start developing yourself. After discovering your potential, developing, the next thing is for you to deploy that potential. Potential is not an end to itself. You have been empowered. You have been given great potential because there is work to be done. Yes, there is work to be done. You shouldn't be afraid to engage your culture. You shouldn't be afraid to engage your community, to engage your nation, to engage the world. Don't be afraid. You have what it takes to make a difference. You have what it takes to provide solutions, and that is why you have been empowered. I have been talking from resources that I and my wife have put together, and I want you to hear our heart. We desire you to have not just a successful marriage, but a vibrant, fun filled, fulfilling, exciting marriage. The best marriage ever. That's what we desire for you. Marriage, as some people have put it, has 3 legs. It's a stool that has 3 legs. One leg is communication. You have to learn to talk to one another. The other leg is money, finances. In order to have the basic 3 necessities of life, shelter, clothing, and food, you are going to need money to purchase these things. So money is very important. Sex is another leg. This too is very important. You can take the temperature of every marriage by looking at how well their sex life is. We are of the opinion, we are proposing, we are suggesting, we are adding a fourth leg to make this three-legged stool more stable, stronger. In fact, the fourth leg that we are adding is the leg of exercise, and it has the potential of undermining all the other three legs if not taken into consideration. Most couples have neglected this fourth leg at their own peril. If you are not healthy, you can't have good sex. If you are not healthy, your money will be useless. You can't travel, you cannot have fun. If you are in a coma, communication is out of the question. And that is why every smart couple out there, if you are listening to me today and you've never considered the impact of a sedentary lifestyle on your marriage, of not eating right and exercising regularly, I want you to wake up today. I want you to follow what I'm saying very closely. We are saying this because we want to help. We want you to have a better marriage. We want you to have a stronger marriage. My focus today is for you as a couple to come up with a why. You have to come out with a why for both of you to exercise together. The emphasis is on you to exercise together as a couple and to exercise regularly. You need to come out with a compelling why. You need to come out with a why that can sustain you for a lifetime. We have been exercising for more than 10 years, and the benefits are immense. That's what I'm bringing to you today, to do something about it. And if you are doubting how to go about it, where to start, doubt no more. We have put together resources that are going to help you. And in addition to those resources, we are also available to hold your hand, coach you, mentor you, and walk this walk together with you. The contact information is below the screen and below this video as well. You can reach out to us if you need help. I have two resources here that I want to share with you today. The first one is Enhance Your Marriage. I'm actually speaking today out of this resource. We're in the chapter 1. We're talking about coming up with a strong why. We shared our journey in here as well. I strongly encourage you, both of us put this together, and we're just sharing our own ups and downs and struggles and how we figured out, after many years of trying and failing, and why we're able to become consistent and persistent. Grab a copy. Here is the roadmap. I'm actually going to spend some time in future broadcasts to dive deeper into this manual. It's not like your ordinary manual. There is a lot of information in here. It's loaded, and the purpose is to inspire you, is to equip you, is to motivate you. to exercise regularly, consistently, persistently for 90 days with your husband or with your wife. And our hope is that you are going to form a habit over those 90 days that will sustain you for a lifetime. Grab a copy as well. And while you are at it, do me a favor, invite other people to join us. If you have any comments, any concerns about what I'm talking about, I would like to hear from you as well. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so. We are talking about developing a strong why as a couple. It's going to require both of you to sit down and come up with a why the two of you have to exercise. We've already said that a lot is at stake. How long you're going to live together as a married couple is at stake because of the lack of exercise. But you can change that. You can prolong that. Don't buy into the lie that how you eat and how you live your life is not having consequences on you. It's a big lie. Our actions have consequences. And that is why you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. If you are not sowing into exercise, if you are not sowing into eating right, you're going to reap death, you're going to reap ill health, you're going to reap poor health. And that is why I'm just here to remind you, to encourage you to sow into your marriage by exercising together as a couple. Many people fail because they lack inspiration and motivation. And what is going to inspire and motivate you is not going to come from the outside. It's going to come from within you. And it's going to start with a compelling why. You must have a strong why if you want to be successful in exercising together and in having a good and a strong marriage. A strong why motivates and inspires and eventually helps you to form good habits. If you have good habits, the good habits will develop you and are going to deliver what you need. Exercising regularly, staying away from sugary, overly processed foods, and eating food as close to their natural state as possible is going to give you good health. Let food be your medicine. Let exercise be your best companion. And the bad habits that we have, eating junk, sitting down all day and not exercising, they too have negative consequences. And they are going to negatively impact your marriage. Can you pick up your wife as you used to? How is a sedentary lifestyle and lack of exercise impacting your marriage? Where has all the fun gone to? Now you cannot climb a stair of You cannot climb a few stairs without hyperventilating, and all the fun, all the joy has been kicked out of the window. It's time to do something about it. And you can succeed because you are two. Two are always better than one. I'm a holistic, inspirational teacher, expert, and I believe very strongly the physical and the spiritual must be in synergy. You cannot neglect one without reaping the consequences, and they are always not good. And that is why good health, good health is the foundation on which everything else depends. Don't take it for granted. Don't neglect it. It's under your control. What gets into your mouth is under your control. The choice to go out and exercise or not is under your control. No matter the excuses you come with, they're not good enough to justify you being where you are right now. Good health is not a given. Good health does not just occur. You have to be intentional about it. And the most effective and efficient way to stay healthy is by exercising regularly and eating unprocessed food. Stay away from sugar. I borrowed this from my wife. She says, sugar sucks. Sugar is a killer. Sugar sucks. Sugar is a killer. Stay away from it. It doesn't matter what you've ate all your life. If it's killing you, if it's making you unhealthy, if it's making you sick and broke, wake up. To get a different outcome, you are going to have to make some tough choices. You are going to have to make some changes. Remember, we're talking about how to come up with a good and a strong why as a couple to exercise together. I say so because it takes two to tangle, and the two of you will have to sit down and figure out why exercising together is not only a good thing, but is essential and critical about the present and the future of your marriage. Two of you must sit down and figure this out. While you are at it, this is an opportunity to focus on, not to focus on all that went wrong in the past, but a chance to focus on what is possible. You might have had a lot of failures in the past. You might have tried just as we did over the years. Don't allow the past to define your future. Yes, you failed, but this is an opportunity for you to start afresh. It is within your power to change your future, and now is the opportunity. Don't buy into the lie that nobody knows what is going to happen, yada, 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 yada. Don't buy into that lie. You can predict the future based upon what you are doing today. You can influence your future based upon what you are eating today, based upon the amount of exercise you are doing. Do you want to look a certain way in the future? Do you want to weigh a certain way in the future? Do you want to have a certain amount of energy in the future? Now is the time to plant those seeds. Now is the time to define the future. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it empowering to understand that you have control over your future? You can determine how you're going to look like down the road based upon what you put in your mouth right now and how active you are. It's a lie to believe that sickness is your portion. It's a lie. Watch what you eat. Your body is not a junk yard. Stop putting poisonous substances in the name of food in your body. If you do that, you are setting yourself up for a future of ill health, a future of dependency on medication. If you eat right today, if you sleep right today, if you exercise right today, your tomorrow will be better. We've been exercising 5 days a week over a 10-year period now. And for the past 4 or 5 years, there is a 84-year-old lady that exercises in the morning. We meet her every day. She is in great shape because she's been exercising regularly all her life. Right now, if you have no plan, you are already planning to fail. There's no neutral ground. You're either following a plan of success or the plan of failure has kicked in already. There's no neutral ground. You may be deceiving yourself that you are in a neutral place. There's no neutral place. You're either going up or you're coming down. You're either moving forward or you're moving backward. If you don't have a plan, if you don't have a plan as a couple concerning your health habits, exercise and eating right, you're already failing. And the results are speaking for themselves. How does your waistline look like? What is your energy level? How good is your health? You can do something about it. It is also vital to incorporate sustainability into your why, because you have to plan for a lifetime. The quality of your life and all the goals you have set for yourself will never be achieved if you are in poor health. I cannot emphasize this enough. Don't take your health for granted. Without good health, all the plans, all the dreams are useless. To overlook this simple yet critical point is tantamount to shooting yourself in the foot. Don't take your health for granted. Don't take your health for granted. It's dependent on you, what you eat and how much you exercise. Please don't tell me about my genes have done this, have done that. Have you heard about epigenetics? What you eat, how you exercise, how you think about who you are is going to make or break you. No wonder the Bible says we are transformed by the renewal of our minds, and that above all else, guard your mind, for out of it springs the things of life. Don't underlook the vital place, good health place in your life, and that you are in charge. You are in charge of the outcome. There is so much to be gained by exercising together as a couple. So you have to try and try again until you get it. If you failed, it's not an excuse to give up. While you are at it, it's going to take a lot of negotiations between you and your wife or your husband to sit down together and figure this out. Now, let's look at how do you actually come out with your why. Both of you should sit down and evaluate your quality of life. Again, for you to sit down, you need to be communicating, isn't it? Two of you, husband and wife, sit down today and evaluate the quality of your life. Do you know your body mass index? Do you know your weight? Please, this is not an opportunity to fight over and call each other's names as we've been doing. No, we're going to allow the data, the facts to speak. Humble yourself. Husband, humble yourself. Wife, humble yourself. Get your numbers. Measure your glucose level. Get your numbers. Let the numbers speak. Not where you've been, not how you were raised. No, the numbers are going to speak. The numbers are going to lead you. If you humble yourself, put yourself under the authority of the numbers, you are going to have a breakthrough. So, do you know your body index? Your body mass index? What about your cholesterol level? Do you know the good and the bad cholesterol, how much you have? Do you know that? What about your blood pressure? Do you know about your blood pressure? And your blood sugar? You need this vital information. That is why we are saying before you sit down to do this, you need a medical checkup. We are suggesting that you get a medical checkup and let the facts speak for themselves. Please. I'm not saying have a war of words. No. Go get your numbers. Go get your numbers. If the doctor give you a clean bill of health, good for you. Maintain it by exercising together and doing what you've been doing that have kept you where you are. But you know, shockingly, most of us are going to be in the red. Be ready for it. Your cholesterol for some of you is already out of whack. Some of you you're already suffering from hypertension. You don't even know it. And some of you are already diabetic. You don't even know it. Go get your numbers. Go get your numbers. Go get your numbers, husband and wife. For the sake of those children, for the sake of those grandchildren, go get your numbers and do something about it. And do something about it. When you allow the numbers to speak for themselves, when you allow the facts to lead, this is going to avoid all the arguments, self-justification. You know how much you've been fighting about this issue, right? Stop eating this, stop eating that. No, you're trying to control me, you're giving me commands, yada, yada, yada. Now it's time to go to the doctor and get the numbers. It's going to put an end to the arguments, self-justification, and pushback to do something about your health situation. Now hear this, and hear me clearly. Without any good health, there is no good marriage anyway. If you're sick, it's not going to help both of you. If any of you are sick, if you are suffering from diseases that are directly related to bad eating habits, we know them. They call them lifestyle diseases. It's not caused by bacteria. It's not caused by viruses. It's caused by what we put in our mouth and our lack of exercise. If you are suffering from any of these diseases, you must do something about it. You must do something about it. You must change the way you eat. You must change when you eat. You must change why you eat. You must change what you eat, where you eat. Some of us are driving down the street. We're eating all the time in front of the TV. Our hand is going to our mouth all the time. You have to change that for the sake of your husband, for the sake of your wife, for the sake of your children, for the sake of your grandchildren, for crying out loud. Don't eat yourself to death. Wake up. How valuable is your marriage? How valuable are your children? Do something about it. Help is available. There are gazillion coaches around. Too many good books. We've just written two. We're available to help out. Reach out to us. Stop slowly digging your grave with your teeth. Each time you sit down to eat is an opportunity to eat life or death. What will you choose? I say you must do something about it. For the sake of your marriage and for the sake of your health and that of your marriage. How can you justify spending all that time on the sick bed when you could have been traveling or having fun with your husband or your wife? How can you justify it? Going to the doctor day in, day out. It's draining your finances. It's draining the time they're supposed to spend together and the fun they're supposed to have. You can tell I'm so passionate about this. If you can come out with a strong why and exercise together as a couple, it's going to change your life. It's changed ours. This implies that your why must be centered around you being in what? In top form and maximizing the time you have together as husband and wife. If you're in top form, well, you're going to have so much fun traveling, whatever you like to do, you're going to have the ability to do it because you're in good health. And another component of your why is the benefit your children, if you have any, are going to derive from you setting up the right example. When you start exercising together, it's going to be easier to pass it on to the next generation. You have a healthy, stronger family. While you're at it, trying to figure out, you've gone to the doctor, you've seen your numbers, and they don't look so good, or if they look so good, that is great. Don't make the why an elaborate and grandiose plan. No, it's not something that has to be, you don't need to do rocket science to come out with a why to exercise together as a couple. But it should be strong enough to get both of you out of bed each morning, come rain, come shine. It must go beyond your feelings, what you like, and what you dislike. Now, start by asking these simple questions, such as, how do you want to age when you grow older? Do you want to only see the flowers and not able to smell them and touch them? Do you want to be wheelchair bound? Please don't tell me, oh, nobody can tell what is going to happen. No, we know what is going to happen based upon what you're eating right now and your lack of exercise. There are too many diseases, too many lifestyle diseases that are hampering our current generation that we can reverse them if we start exercising and eating right. If your future is in your hands right now, it's not in the hands of fate. No, you got control, you're in charge. So ask yourself this question: how do you want to age? Do you want to age gracefully? And by doing all within your power to avoid preventable diseases that people erroneously associate with aging? There are many things that people accept and assume come with getting older. They just say, oh, you're getting older, so you're going to be sick and broke and all. No. Old age is not a disease. Age is just a number. If you take care of yourself now, if you invest in your health now, you're going to age gracefully. There are examples around us. Take, for example, many people believe weight gain with aging is the norm. Says who? Says who? Just because everybody around is putting on weight as they're aging, you haven't asked the right question. What are they eating? What is their exercise level? What amount of exercise are they doing? This is not true. When you get older, your metabolism slows down and you start depositing more fat, which does lead to weight gain. Now we know what is happening, and so we can reverse it, isn't it? No, but instead of allowing this process to continue, you have to do what? You have to adapt to a new portion size. Cut back on your portion size, increase your exercise, and stay away from eating certain things. If you do this, you're going to cut back on the weight gain. In other words, you are not at the mercy of your age. Your uncles might have aged like that. Your parents might have aged like that. Other people in your community might have aged like that. You can put a stop to it. You can change it by changing your lifestyle. It's not going to be easy. It's not. If I told you it was easy, I'll be lying. It's tough. It's very difficult, but it's doable. And that is why, since you are a couple, you can team up together, come up with a powerful why the two of you should exercise together and execute. Thank you for watching. We're going to continue as we get deeper into the book and touch other areas that is going to help you as a couple to see the need to exercise together and actually get it done. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to get your resources. And don't forget to put your comments if you have any. Thank you for watching and see you next time.